The next coach on the teleconference is Illinois' John Groce. The Illini are 14-8 overall and 4-5 in Big Ten play. Illinois will host Rutgers on Tuesday before traveling to Michigan State on Saturday. Coach Groce, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, no problem.
Let's go straight to questions for Coach Groce, please.
Your first question comes from the line of J.P. Pausman, the record.
Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Hi. I covered Seton Hall and Rutgers, and I covered Aaron Cosby when he was at Seton Hall. And I understand you're not going to get into specifics, but with him being suspended, can you tell me if it was a specific thing or if it was more an accumulation of things?
No, I'm not going to comment on that. That's between me and the young man.
Do you think, what does he have to do to get reinstated?
Again, I'm not going to comment on that. That's between me and the young man.
Okay.
Your next question comes from the line of Jerry Carino, Gannett, New Jersey.
Good morning. Just wanted to see, Coach, what you thought of Miles Mack. I'm sure you've been looking at some film of his.
Yeah, dynamic score, and does it in such a variety of ways, and you can tell he's a very, very confident player. I really, respect him watching him on film. I think he has the ability to make difficult shots and can make them in bunches, and can make them off the catch, can make them off the bounce, can make them in the mid-range, wants the ball in tough situations, wants to make plays for his team. I love his fearlessness.
Thank you.
Sure.
Coach, talk a little bit about your team's increased offensive production in this recent stretch. You've scored over 70 points in 3 of your last 4 games in Big Ten play.
Sure. Well, I think obviously our guys are starting to get very comfortable playing together. We're executing a little bit better. I think our shot selection's really improved. And I was still, haven't completely nailed it execution-wise, but we're getting closer to understanding timing better, and we share the ball better. I think our screening's getting better. And then obviously we've had some guys really step up. Hill and Nunn have really stepped up from a scoring perspective, and I think Jalen Tate has done a great job of making our guys better. Maverick Morgan's really improving. So we've had some guys, some individuals over this stretch start to step up their games, and I think that obviously when they do that and they make a few plays, it makes your offense look better.
Coach, looks like we're all set. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for your time.
Hey, thank you.
The next coach on the teleconference is Rutgers' Eddie Jordan. The Scarlet Knights are 10-13 overall and 8 in the Big Ten. Illinois on Tuesday before hosting Ohio State on Sunday. Coach Jordan, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Morning. Thanks for having me. We're in Illinois. We've been here since we played Indiana. We've had 2 days just to be here, and we're looking forward to playing here in Champaign. We felt good about our efforts the other night at Indiana. It was a great environment to play in. My first time in all my years of basketball being there. Our kids relished the opportunity to play there. I thought they performed well. Yet we had some breakdowns coming out the end of the game. I didn't like our transition defense at all. But for the most part, when Miles Mack is going, I thought he was the best player on the floor that night. We give ourselves a chance.
Thank you, Coach. Let's go straight to questions, please.
Your first question comes from the line of Jerry Carino, New Jersey.
Good morning, Eddie.
Hey, Jerry. How you doing?
I'm good. You mentioned that Miles, after the Indiana game, you said Miles isn't a traditional point guard. He's more of a scoring guard. What can you say about how Miles has made the transition into a floor general over the last maybe year or so?
Well, I tell you what, he's done a remarkable transformation. He's done a remarkable job in keeping us organized. He is so passionate about playing the right way, and he's even more passionate about winning. He takes winning very hard. I hate to see him in the locker room. I mean, he just breaks down when we lose. I should say he takes not winning very hard. I think and he is he'll do anything to help his team win, and he's done that with his transformation of being an organizer for us, a point guard for us, a scorer for us in different ways. He's defending very well, getting through screens. staying in front of his man. There's an occasional gamble here and there, but that's what he is. And that's, in most cases, he has helped us with some picks and some steals. But I tell you what, I'm not the only one that's noticed. I've got some phone calls from NBA people and personnel, and they are intrigued about his growth and where he is as a senior in this league.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Your next question comes from the line of Rob McCulley, Illini Report.
Hey, Eddie. Can you talk about the depleted
morning.
roster of Illinois and how it makes it tricky to scout because they've got guys playing different positions and you never know who's going to be playing?
No, in that regard, we just look at what they do on a consistent basis with their patterns. And we look at, for us to prepare, we don't do a lot of intense scouting. We see what their strengths and weaknesses are as a team. Are they athletic? Do they like to push the ball, their pace? Are they playing zone? Are they playing more man? Do they trap? I don't look at personnel so much. In the NBA, that's a definite you do that. But in my experiences on this level, I just look at the overall way that the team plays. Are they fast? Are they slow? Do they play zone? Do they trap you? Are they full court pressing you? How do they play pick and rolls? What do they do in the post? Do they take away your best player with double teams? So that's what we look at more than anything. And I don't particularly spend a lot of time on individual tendencies.
They have been playing zone lately. Do you think it's been effective?
Yes, they have. I thought we did a good job against the zone in Indiana. Indiana switched up their defenses, even disguising a zone. Here, once in a while, they would go with the first cutter and trying to make you think they're a man, and then they sit in the zone the next 2 or 3 passes. I think it's a very good idea. I like that way of playing. Tom did a great job in changing up the defenses. But our offense is tailor-made. I like to tell our players, for anything that a defense can throw at you, if they're denying you, we have a lot of back doors in our offense. If they're playing zone, we always have a first cutter in the possession to tell us, is it a zone or a man? So our kids just have to read the first cutter. They have to read the denials. And it's when you don't have good passes, sometimes we don't have enough good passes on the floor. We don't really take advantage of it, but at least we can be organized and continue the possession looking for what we're supposed to look for.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Your next question comes from the line of J.P. Fieldsman, The Record.
Hello. Good morning.
I wanted to ask you if you can give us any update on Mike Williams' status. He's obviously missed the last 2 games with the ankle injury. How is he progressing?
Mike did his first on-court activities yesterday with the team. He did a lot of shooting. He didn't do any running, but only just to get into a shot. Catch, dribble, pull up. But we didn't do any full-court live stuff, or he's not ready for that. But it was good to see him on the floor. He's still wearing a brace. He's not wearing his boot off the floor. That's a sign of progress. I would still think he's a week away.
Thanks.
Okay.
Your next question comes from the line of Zach Osterman, Indianapolis Star.
Hey, Coach, I just wanted to ask, I guess, in particular, you talked about preparing for Indiana defensively, but just as a whole, I guess what they do, just their commitment to size seems, and going small and playing through their guard seems to be kind of unconventional. Is there anything that you can compare that to, or anything that you maybe, as you prepared for them, reached back and thought this reminds me of this team or that team from your coaching experience?
I don't think playing through your guards is unconventional. I think guard play is very, very important on any level. Your guards get you organized. They initiate your offense. They establish a defense with picking up the ball and containing the first driver and putting pressure on the ball so the offense won't start the way the offense wants to start. I think guard play is as important as, protecting your paint. Because at the other end, again, they keep you organized. They establish pace. And I thought Indiana did a great job playing three smalls, if you will. In fact, their three smalls are still bigger than our two bigs. So, but look, speed, quickness, skill set. If you have four guys, and I think Villanova plays this way a little bit, if your best skilled players are small or guards, you want your best players on the floor, and you'll find a way to play with that type of lineup and size on the floor. And again, I thought Indiana did a great job in dictating pace. They pushed it. Even after makes, they got layups at the other end. I was disappointed in our transition defense. But I told my coaches, I said, we don't have that type of speed and skill simulated in practice that Indiana has on their team. So we don't know. We just didn't get a hold of their transition and their skill set on the perimeter until it was too late, I guess. But no, I like the fact that guard play is important no matter what size they are. If they got skill and speed and quickness, you play those guys in some sort of lineup that favors, what you do.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate your time this morning. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.